Welcome back, everyone. This is the weekly performance report. So let's get into this. Noticeable activities over the last week. I bought more Joe, more Val, so St. Joe, Valeris, and more Siboney Stillwater. I sold my Florida insurance names and SRUUF, which is the Sprout Physical Uranium Trust. The reason I sold the Florida insurance names is quite simple. I didn't see myself buying more if they were to fall 20%. It's like I said, it was one of the most bullish setups I've seen, and yet I missed it by almost 2 years. Although it appears that the trade still might have legs on it, I don't feel comfortable owning it. If I'm not willing to buy it on a pullback, then I probably shouldn't consider it a long-term hold. I sized it reasonably for a trade which was at 3% of AUM, assets under management. However, I'm getting tired of only having a few percentage points in any position. Also, I didn't feel comfortable chasing higher. Damn that anchoring bias. Had I known about this trade back when, I would have positioned myself more aggressively. I've realized trying to force a trade is a dangerous proposition, therefore I let it go. I sold the Sprout Physical Uranium Trust because, as I just said, I'm tired of only having a few percent in a position. SRUUF was 0.8% of a position, and I bought it on, I can't remember, some technical reason. It dropped a lot, and it was at some technical point, I don't know, 50-day moving average, let's call it, and so I bought it. And then it bounced immediately, and I could never size up that trade. I have enough exposure via URNM. I don't mind having smaller positions with any theme, such as what I do with the unmentionable topic, but I figured URNM will suit me just fine. Plus, October 17th, 2024 is when it became a long-term hold, and as such, it was more favorable to sell it now than when I wanted to a while back, because I have been thinking about it for a while. I also wasn't too interested in selling it when it was at a 10 to 15% discount to NAV, as you can see on this chart. And now it's, well, slight discount to NAV when I took this image. Kinross is a good example of why I do position small on some names. Yes, I'm in part getting ready to contradict myself. It started off as a 2% position. I figure I had time to build it up to a 5% position. Ultimately, I thought it could go lower in price. However, I damn near bottom ticked it within a couple of weeks. I initiated my first position at $3.75. I thought that if I was patient, I could pick some shares up for $3, 25% lower. Normally, I don't care about such matters. I pick a price that I'm willing to buy something at or below and then buy. I seemingly was trying to finesse the trade too hard. Inevitably, I ended up chasing into the mid-4s and made my final purchase in March of this year in the mid-5s. It's interesting how percentages work though. Finagling over trying to buy it 25% lower has its merits. Buying it at $3.75 and then having it go to $10 is a 266% gain. Buying it at $3 and it going to $10 is a 333% gain. Yes, that's right. By buying it 25% lower, I could end up making 67% more on the trade. Isn't that amazing how percentages work? And I'm dead serious about that. People are like, "Oh, stop trying to finagle it." And so, by the way, that's I'm just making this up now, but now just imagine if I did, instead of $3 to $10, I did $3 to $20. So now that's not, by me trying to buy it 25% lower, that's 134% difference. So by me, being antsy or not patient, and then buying at 375 instead of at 3, even though it never went to 3, you give up 134% in profit. So 25% translates to 134%. That's how that works. I ended the week down 0.18%. And here's my positions. I'll just scroll through them. I don't... So Valeris, I bought Valeris. See what happens with that. There was some news about Transocean and Seadrill, SDRL is a ticker symbol on that one, merging. And then that kind of got the names excited. I bought before that, but then like whoop-de-doo, it's, up a couple of percent. That's why I'm down 19% instead of down 22% or something like that. Then I bought St. Joe because Bruce Berkowitz resigned from the board, classically without any reason given. So that caused speculation. And then they reported their earnings, and residential sales were down a large amount. And like I've said, it's play on hospitality for me. Now, that doesn't mean that I went to residential to be down big time, but I'm okay well enough with that. Now, ultimately, selling those lots brings in people and then also provides cash flow for them to then turn around and put it into the hospitality segment, but is what it is. So I suspect much of that drop, I'm speculating here, was the consequence of Berkowitz stepping down, who has been very much a part of the turning around of St. Joe. So I don't know. And then Siboney, Stillwater, I had a little bit, and then it popped hard on, I don't know, some conversation about banning Russian palladium again. So like, whatever. I'm not really too interested in that. I bumped it up from a 1.7% position to a 2% position, so is what it is. So with that said, I think I'm done here. Thank you for watching. Until next time.